say a baby can hear inside the womb. So all through Laura's pregnancy, I put my mouth close to her belly and spoke to Adam inside her.
Were you in the delivery room when your son was born?
I was. He was crying and just crying when they handed him to me. And when I spoke to him, he stopped, opened his eyes, looked up at me. It was the sound of my voice. He recognized it. It's like we knew each other already.
And when did events begin to change for you and your family?
Adam was 8, just before his birthday. The day started at Adam's school. We were a little late.
We're gonna be late. You wanna fly? Ready for takeoff? All right, here we go. Oh! Oh! You got big. All right, here we go.
But I must thank the parents for their part in the play, voicing for their children while they're performing this play. And I want to thank all of the moms for making the costumes. Don't our kids look great? And a very special thank you to my dear husband for building the set for us. Excuse me, is it true that when the play is over, we get to go home early? No, it is, but it's not time for all that now. Go, you're about to go on. Okay, places, everybody.
Auntie M, it's a twister. It's heading right towards us.
Dorothy, get in the storm cellar now before it's too late.
Auntie M, where are you? Auntie M, where are you? Where are you?
Where am I?
Your house fell on the Wicked Witch and killed her. Now you're wearing her magic shoes.
I am going to the Great Oz to ask him if he can send me back home to Kansas.
And ask him if he can give me a heart.
And ask him to give me some brains.
Roar!
Do you think the Great Oz could give me some courage?
Why don't you come with us and find out? You'd be so very welcome. Are you ready?
Let's go!
He's turning 8. Yeah, we're gonna have the party right here in our backyard. So I'm gonna need you in your full pirate regalia, you know, games, magic balloon animals, you name it. How much is that gonna cost me? You're kidding. How about for a couple of parrot hand puppet things, something? Yeah, okay, all right, fine. And also, by the way, this is not your typical birthday party. Adam, hold on a minute. Adam!
Hey, you're gonna be okay. The doctor is gonna make it all better.
So how did this happen?
Oh, he was chasing a balloon. I yelled out like an idiot, but...
Was Adam born deaf?
No, he was born hearing.
And when did it start to go?
A couple of years ago.
And he doesn't use a hearing aid?
No, they stopped helping.
Wow. That must have required quite an adjustment.
I've accepted it.
I meant him.
His mother is deaf. She teaches deaf children. Mommy taught you to sign, right? Yeah, Mommy gave me magic hands. Yeah.
What about his speech?
He doesn't speak anymore. I mean, he used to say stuff to me, but then when he went totally deaf, he just...
What's that?
It means he turned off his voice.
Okay, that should do it. Yeah, we may turn it back on if he could hear himself speak.
Well, we can't reverse what nature's done.
Well, sometimes we can. Have you ever heard of a cochlear implant? You do realize your son could hear sound again?
Well, not like a hearing child, but thanks.
Some sound and hearing is better than none, right? I mean, if his heart were defective, you wouldn't question implanting an artificial valve.
Well, the deaf don't see themselves as defective. That's the point. I've been married to a deaf woman for 9 years. Nothing about her is defective. Trust me. Oh, you won! Good job.
All right, here's the Hudson Ear Institute. Dr. Flint, he could help you.
Thanks anyway.
It's just information. Information can't hurt you.
We don't want someone sticking wires in his head. It's not an option. No way. Adam. Okay. Don't worry. See you at home. Yep, Mommy. I'm driving. Sorry.
I got here as fast as I could.
He's taking a nap.
What did the doctor say?
No, he said he's fine. Normal kid.
Here you are, Mr. Donner.
Yeah, that's quite a development. Thank you very much.
Mr. Donner, thank you for pushing the meeting. I'm sorry, something at home.
Nothing too serious, I hope.
No, nothing serious at all.
Well, while we were waiting, your lovely assistant was explaining this video phone to me.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? My wife and I can see each other and sign over the phone. She's deaf, and my son is deaf, too. So, have a seat, have a seat. So, what did you think of our proposal?
Impressive. But I should warn you, our company's set in its ways.
Well, I don't want to change anything, but, you know, to me, public relations is about perception. My job is to recognize what it is about you that makes you unique. You know, special.
Excuse me, can I borrow Mr. Williams?
Oh,
for a
sure,
moment?
absolutely.
I want you to meet my husband, Ray. Ray, this is Laura's father, Max.
I read your book on deaf culture. It's very good. I learned a lot.
Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Laura, you must be very proud of your father.
Oh, he means the world to me. I'm proud of you, too.
Is your mom here? She's having a ball.
Oh, there goes. Yeah. Let me get to. My parents are here. Let me get them over. Mom, Dad. Oh, you made it. Oh, good to see you. Thank you for coming. Oh, how was your flight?
The movie was good.
Pretzels are bad.
Yeah.
Hey, here's a birthday boy.
Darling. How
you
are
doing,
you,
Adam?
sweetheart?
How are
Happy
you?
birthday.
Big boy. You look great.
Where should I put that?
Another present.
Oh, my goodness.
you know.
Mount Vesuvius erupts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, come on over. You remember the Scotts live across the street?
Yes, of course. How
My
are you?
parents?
Nice to see you.
I'll get you guys some drinks.
Priscilla, you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adam. Happy birthday to you. Oh, wait. You have to make a wish. Tell me. Well, for what? What do I wish for? Wish for.
Great party, don't you think? Adam had such a good time. The cut on his knee didn't bother him a bit.
Yeah, chasing that balloon. That's all he was doing.
Oh, he's all right.
Yeah, well. What if next time he's chasing the balloon and it leads him out into traffic?
Deaf kids don't walk into traffic. You never see on the news, deaf child wanders aimlessly into traffic. It doesn't happen.
What if we were given the chance to change the direction of his life? The ER doctor suggested that we can actually choose
Choose what?
whether Adam should have a cochlear implant. The doctor said that Adam is a good candidate. The younger he is, the more effective the implant will be. He may still remember what things sound like.
I can't believe you'd even...
No, I told the doctor no.
Good.
Then I checked the internet. Implants now have a 16-channel sound. I mean, they're powered by a computer microchip.
Wait, are you actually considering this?
There's this doctor, Dr. Flint. Let's at least go see him. I mean, how can we make an intelligent decision if we don't have all the facts?
But we know all this already. You and I talked. We always agreed. Why are you suddenly...
Because what if our boy could hear again?
Adam's happy the way he is.
I know, but...
And you and I have always told Adam to love who he is. Now you want to tell him something's wrong with him? Why?
To maybe give him back one of the basic human senses that nature wants all of us to have.
But this is what nature wants. Nature did it. Being deaf is as natural to Adam and me as being hearing is to you.
Let's go meet this doctor, okay? Next week. Friday.
Friday?
3:45.
You made an appointment without even asking
These
me?
doctors are so busy. I mean, you have to grab them when you... What?
You're scaring me.
Don't be scared.
You've already made up your mind.
No, I'm keeping my mind open. Can you?
So, Ms. Kramer, why don't you tell the court a little about Pinewood?
Well, Pinewood has been there for 70 years. We are the only deaf elementary school in the county.
Please tell the court, Ms. Kramer, do any of the children at your school have a cochlear implant?
No. The policy at our school is that all our kids sign.
And when you see a child with an implant, how do you personally feel?
My heart breaks.
And why is that?
Well, 100 years ago, we would take deaf people and slice out the bottom of their tongues to loosen their tongues. We thought that it would make them speak like us. Today, they drill holes in their skulls.
Objection. Unwarranted comparison, Your Honor, and irrelevant to these proceedings.
I agree. Sustained.
Could you maybe clarify your point for the court, Ms. Kramer?
What I'm trying to say is, I am around deaf kids and their families every day at our school. We don't look at deafness as a handicap that needs to be corrected. Why do we feel this need to make them speak like us? They speak with their hands.
You're a deaf mother, Mrs. Parks.
Yes, I have a daughter. She's 7.
Wait a minute. You're deaf. I notice you're not utilizing the services of the sign language interpreter.
I don't need one. I can hear everything you're saying.
But how is that possible?
I have a cochlear implant.
Wow. And is your daughter deaf?
Yes, we got an implant 2 years ago.
As a deaf parent, was that a hard decision for you to make?
We're still a deaf family. We have a lot of deaf friends. We did get some pressure not to do it, but then I got mine and there was no question in my mind.
And you feel that giving your child an implant has improved the quality of her life?
She hears music, calls, she can talk to anybody, anytime. She won't ever feel left out of anything anymore. It's a miracle.
Let me remind both parties, the purpose of these proceedings is not for the court to decide whether the minor should receive an implant. This is a custody hearing.
Well, Adam, tell Daddy how old you are today.
3.
3, that's right. Good boy. You're a big boy now.
Yeah.
Can you sing the alphabet song?
Yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, S.
Hey! Hey! Let's clean up the room, before Grandma sees it. Okay? All right. Here.
You ready?
Yeah, ready. Yeah.
Now mind Grandma Sally and go to bed when she tells you to. Daddy and I'll be home after the movie, okay?
I'm glad you came in. It gives me a chance to say how sorry I am I had to lie to you.
So you see, I could never satisfy your need. And I know that you could never satisfy mine.
I would never try to again.
Hello. Four of you?
Oh, that joke's so many times. I've
never heard that.
I've never heard you I love the way they worked out the captions so that she can enjoy the movie more.
Oh, yeah, it's great now, yeah.
Oh, was it always that way? Or?
No, actually, no, it wasn't. In fact, Laura, remember when we were first dating and we would go to the movies? This is before captions, right? So we would go to the movies, and to impress her, to show her how cool I was, right? I would scrunch down in my seat real low, like.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you. And scrunch down in my seat real low, like this, and I would be frantically trying to secretly sign the whole movie, you know, without being seen. It was just, right? You know? Remember that the one time that the usher came over because he thought you were having a seizure? Yes, it's true.
Smooth, Dan.
Yeah.
You're a real Don Juan.
Oh, yeah.
How could you even hold up a fork at dinner after signing an entire movie?
You should have seen him when we saw War and Peace.
You didn't know how to sign before you met Laura, did you?
No. But as soon as I laid eyes on her, I knew I wanted to speak her language.
What? I speak your language. I just don't understand what you're saying.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Ow.
It's not the pale that excites me. That thrills and delights me.
Come here.
Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. It isn't your sweet conversation that brings this
It's our song.
sensation. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you.
Hey, you know what? There was an outfielder for the Cincinnati Reds. Threw out 3 runners at home plate all the way from the outfield in the same game. And he stole so many bases, he is still on the top 20 list of all time. Know what else was special about him? He was deaf. Only trouble was, he couldn't hear the umpire call out balls or strikes. Watch. Know what they did? Hand signals, sign language. And they still do it to this day.
What did he say?
Nothing. He just stared at me like I was a raving lunatic. You should have seen me trying to order this latte. I said, yes, whipped cream. Whipped cream. Mom, have you ever had to stand up against Daddy? Tell him he's wrong?
There were a few times in our marriage when I wish I had.
When?
Oh, those are nice. That watch would look good on your father, don't you think?
Easy. Slow it down.
Am I throwing too hard? Sorry. You know what Grandpa said about hand signals is true. And when a player strikes out, the umpire also yells real loud, "You're out!" Good, but just try it. Use your voice. Just big and loud. Just, "You're out!" It's okay. Just use your voice. "You're out!"
There was a deaf pitcher for the New York Giants. Pitched 8 years, including the World Series.
And reminder, staff meeting tomorrow is moved to 11 o'clock. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Anything you want to talk about?
Well, hold on a sec, Kate. Hey, stop that. We're having dinner soon. Go wash up.
Dinner. My pot roast is ready. Bye.
This competition thing with your father, it's gone too far.
Competition thing?
Your father, look, I respect what he's done with his life, but